Hello everybody, I'm back. I'm sorry I haven't made a video in a while. It's just basically been laziness and school and work and yada yada yada. So yeah, I'm trying to get back into it. So yeah, season 8 just ended. I put up a new blog post about it, and I was able to break down each race, what's working for me, what's not. And I even got to see what my win rates were against each race because I did keep track of them through the whole season. So go check that out if you can. The race that I'm doing best against, as you can see, is Protoss. So I wanted to show you guys what I'm doing to kick some butt. I think my win rate was about 63-64%, which I mean is better than the 50% that the ladder system tries to get you. 50% win rate overall. So 63 is pretty good. I think I was like 42 and 24. So yeah, I'll be going over the build here and then maybe push out some other videos later. Pretty standard. 10 supply, 12 racks, 14. I use 14 gas just so you can get a little bit more mining time. And we're gonna start off. I always start off with the 2 racks poke. And if you don't know what the 2 racks poke is, I suggest you go and watch Halby Starcraft's videos. He's who I got it from, and I watch all his videos. I like what he does, so I got this from him, and it's worked really well for me as well. So after 15, you want to get orbital command, 1 marine, 2nd racks on 16, and then once this finishes, you're going to put a reactor down right away, and then bring a SCV over, finish the wall off. You don't want a supply block. I'll slow this down a little bit. You don't want a supply block at all, really, for this opening. The more efficiently you can do it, the better the poke's gonna go. So yeah, it's pretty tight on the timing, but if you cannot supply block, that's definitely a good thing. So yeah, Tech Lab right on this one right afterwards, and just make sure you're making constant SCVs. The nice thing about it is you don't have to cut into your economy, you don't have to cut workers to get this poke out in time. So there's no harm, no foul here. You want to start a Marauder right away, get concussive shells right away, and make sure you're keeping up with supply depots as well. And so yeah, this poke, that's literally all it is. You're just meant to pop in. You'll be able to see if he expanded, how big of an army he has, which is obviously a sign of what he might be doing behind that army. If it's really tiny and he doesn't have an expansion, he's probably teching really fast to something. If he has a big army on one base, he's probably got a lot of gateways. He might be foregating. There might be a pylon somewhere. And so yeah, you just want to make sure you keep up with the production. 2 Marines, 1 Marauder. Just keep it going. And make sure you're making SCVs and start combat shields right after concussive shells ends. So yeah, I like to rally my barracks to my Marauder just because he's got the most health. You can rally into the front of his base, but then you have to assign them to a control group or pick them up automatically, highlight them, so it's just easier. They'll go right to your army as long as you can keep your Marauder alive. So yeah, at 6 minutes, I should back this up. 6 minutes, the benchmark is 24 workers like normal, which I don't have because I'm really bad at macro. So 20 workers, not bad. And you should have about $1,000 army with combat shields on the way. So 825 is not bad. As you can see, I've got almost twice his army, and I will soon. So it's looking pretty good right now. So you can win outright. This game can end in 7 minutes. Again, if he techs too fast, he won't have enough gateways to be able to fight off the snowballing effect of your army. I probably could have microed these a little bit better. You always want to pick off the sentries first because they are the most expensive unit, and then just kite the zealots, pick them off, and then stalkers will naturally die because they suck just in general. So just keep rallying them, 2 Marines, 1 Marauder. And like I said, the point of this is to make them cut economy. And what he's not doing right now is continuing to build workers. He's distracted by what you're doing. He's trying to spend money on units to fight you off, rather than extend his extend his economy further into the game. So, especially for lower league, like I'm only gold. A lot of people are gonna miss SCVs. Even I'm missing an SCV right now. Like, so it's not gonna be perfect, but you're putting the pressure on them to do both at the same time, rather than you having to fend off and macro at the same time. So it definitely takes the burden off of you a little bit. The point isn't to suicide all these troops. I mean, this is what, 125, 375, like almost 500 in army right here, with a bunch heading back home. That's a lot in the mid to early game, or early to mid game. So try to keep it alive. Again, you're just trying to see what he has. So that's literally just the point. If you can win, great. But it really is a judgment call on your part. So if I can't win it on that first go around, and I can't snowball enough units to just roll him over, I'll just head home. It's as simple as that. And usually once I know I'm going to have to head home, I drop a second gas, get a factory right away, and you just got to keep producing units and SCVs and supply depots. Don't forget supply depots. So I'm just going to speed this up a little tiny bit. And so what you're going to end up doing is getting a tech lab on this right away, and then a start port. And so the priority now is keep producing Marines and Marauders. I thought he was going to 48, so I put a bunker down because of what I saw when I scanned. But anyway, so your priority is keep building army. You want to get to 3 tanks, and then a medevac, and have siege mode already, and then push out, and you're looking to pound him into the ground with this next push, because of the damage that you did on your first poke. So 3 tanks. Make sure you get at least like the second tank going before you start your medevac, because you need your tanks first. You need to be able to kill units before you can heal them. You need to be able to kill his units. That's the main priority. You don't need to really heal units. You're going to be pulling SCVs too. So siege mode right around the second tank, and then you'll be getting your third one soon enough. So yeah, this is basically how it's going to go. Once your first medevac pops out, you want to throw down a tech lab and try to get a Banshee out as quickly as possible. The purpose for this is so that it forces him to make stalkers. If he wants to go Zealot Sentry, he can't. Otherwise, your Banshee will pick everything off. So it forces him to make stalkers, which again, as we talked about earlier, are terrible. So that's just kind of another thing to put in there. So once you get to 3 tanks, I mean, this should usually, if you do it, like, if you're really fast, really good, around 10.5 minutes, you should be going. So there's your third tank. You're gonna unload the bunker, do all the other stuff you got to do, and then you want to grab somewhere between like 8 to 12 SCVs. So you're gonna keep like quite a bit behind. You'll be keeping enough to maintain production. And so you're pulling everything, and you're going, and then you can rally your stuff to a tank or whatever you want to do. And we're going. So I'm going to fast forward until we get to his base. Siege mode. We got our Banshee done, and make sure you keep up production to kind of back this up, just in case he does put up a bit of a fight. Word to the wise: don't rally everything to one point way ahead of you, or it dies like that. That floats anyway, or that flies. So try to keep everything in a ball. Go nice and slow, within reason, because you want to get there in somewhat of a timely fashion. And so this is where you're looking to end the game, and if you don't end the game here, you're in big trouble. So not really sure what he's doing. I think I kind of spooked him think I kind of spooked him a little bit with that poke, and so it forced him to just straight tech right to whatever he needed to. So High Templar with charge or whatever. He got charge and he's getting High Templars. So what you're looking to do here is you're looking to create a buffer zone between your tanks and the rest of your units. And as long as he doesn't hit those tanks, the next step is to stay within their firing range, and just kind of slowly push him back. Don't lose your Banshee or your Medevac if you can. They're for vision to the high ground, basically. So if he does this kind of stuff, your Banshee can keep giving you vision, and there's nothing he can really do about it. So he's going to attack down a ramp that's not going to do much for him. And even though I'm not attacking, my tanks are, and so eventually you'll take out the sentries if you target them down. And it's just a matter of time. You'll eventually get into this position, not this one, because this is a horrible angle to be fighting in. But again, your tanks are sieged behind you, so even though you don't have the greatest arc, you barely even have like a line. There's not much you can do. So again, this has been really strong for me. I've won at the 7-minute mark a ton of times. People that are super greedy with their builds won't be allowed to against that little tiny poke that seems like nothing. So if you can make the poke do something for you, at least you'll make him hurt his economy. If not, you'll win. And then the second one, hopefully you can outright win the game. If you don't, you're in a little bit of trouble. But that's what it's a semi-all-in for. So yeah, that's the 2-1-1. That's the 2 racks poking and 2-1-1 all-in, basically. That's what I like to call it. So yeah, that's what I've been using. Lots of success. So if you guys want to give it a try and let me know how it's going, that would be great. And so yeah, I'll be coming out with probably a TvT build next. So keep an eye out for that. Thanks guys. Later.